the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Michigan's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And we're looking forward to getting a look at this guy, Savion Hyder. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back.
It's a seam wide open. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Changing the routes with his receivers. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And the Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. All over him immediately.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Scarlet Knights offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this matchup is going to be so much fun to watch because this defense, they're really, really good. And they like to take away what you do best. And a lot of times that means focusing on your number 1 guy. Palmer, here's a problem. There's 2 in this offense. So I can't wait to watch how they handle both of these guys that can make big plays and what answers they try to come up with.
I think that's the big question, right? Because it's really hard as a defense to double 2 guys. And I think if you're on offense here, you want to try and change the picture, change the formation and alignment, use motion, try and confuse this defense, or at least force them to communicate to get the matchups they want to get. I think there's opportunities in this offense today with these 2 big-time targets outside to make some plays, but they got to be versatile, and they got to try to be as multiple as they can.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, gonna throw it. He's gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. He's going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Caught.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Turns into the pile. Still on his feet at the 40. At the 45 on his way. Flying down the left side. Touchdown Wolverines. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Allen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second and long here. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Lets it fly. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Quarterback will keep it. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
That's caught. It's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Scarlet Knights can really attack on this second and short. Looking to throw. In traffic, it's Allen. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. The Scarlet Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll send the back in motion. Drag down. They'll need a bunch on second down. The snap sets up to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. And the timing just a hair off.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth. And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he's going to bring this one out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's past the marker. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Tight end now in motion. Throwing, Underwood. He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Goes high to pull it in. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Hand off from the gun. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Underwood to throw. Under pressure. Right side, it's Dawn. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. From the gun. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! A great catch in the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This is a huge drive for this offense. Down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. On the run, it's Martin. It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. This time they'll throw it. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Left side is Preston. Caught, and he's got room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Martin. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. On target. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime, a chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
And he avoids the sack.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks starting off?
He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Rutgers sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. The short hands. It's Preston. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll run it. It's Martin. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Rutgers takes its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He'll set up to throw. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He's changing the play. Underwood. The quick game. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Sails one into the middle. He's got it along the sideline. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And it's good from 50 locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 7 team, the Louisville Cardinals.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Hey, guys, I caught up with Coach Whittingham at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yards. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. And the Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. With an update on that, let's check in with Holland.
Hey, guys, down here on the home team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying,
looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Rolls right. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's looking to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Rutgers. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he made the extra point without problem. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. His 17th touchdown of the season and third of this game.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Motion from the back. Out wide right, it's Martin. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Scarlet Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Time to take a shot. Got it down the field. Running free. The 20. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rutgers.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. That one comes out hot down the right side. Leaping grab for a big gain. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. Back open in the middle. To the 15. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Complete. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeps it on first down. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Right side, it's Allen. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeps it himself.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Second down to the air. Out wide left, it's Allen. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. Fields the punt. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Midway point of the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They're all over it. Back's got it on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Here's Underwood to throw. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Got his man. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Foster. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Moving the pocket, it's Underwood. Buying time to his right. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Making the adjustment on the play. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. the gun. It's Martin. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. Breaks the tackle. Makes a man miss. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Lets it fly. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up mid-yardage on the return. What a play there. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Underwood from the gun on third down. Pulls in the deep ball. Gashes them in the middle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Good, strong tackle. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. They give it back to him. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The Scarlet Knights will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff,